What's going on, man? Another video, which means I have more free picks for you. And in today's video, I have 6 total free picks, 3 in the WNBA and 3 in the MLB. I'm sorry this video is a little bit later than usual. It's because the WNBA picks take forever to come out. I have to wait till 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. just to be able to get these picks out for you. So if you appreciate that, all I ask before we jump straight into it is number 1, go down and hit that like button. Let's get this video to 50 likes. And while you're down there, you might as well subscribe too, so you don't miss any videos like this going forward. Both are free, and they help me out a ton. So go do that, and now we can jump straight into it. And the first thing that we have to talk about is the Discord that you see on the screen right here, simply because it is completely free to join. All you got to do is go click the first link down below in the pinned comment, hit join, and you're in, no strings attached. And you'll get my picks every single day for completely free. And you can see right here in the wins channel, we got wins on wins on wins. You're going to see player props, money lines, spreads, totals, whatever you can think of. There's going to be wins here. I could scroll on forever and ever. I've tracked everything since the beginning of 2025. We're up over 200 units on the year, which I think most of you know by now. Most premium Discords aren't even up that many units on the year. So to be able to get in a Discord for free that is that valuable is insane to me. I don't understand why anybody wouldn't join up. So go click the first link down below, join the Discord, and while you're at it, I do want to mention that I'm also helping people get funded on a website called Player Profit 2 in my Discord. What Player Profit is, if you haven't heard of it, is it's a platform that funds you to sports bet without you having to risk your own money. And even if you lose their money, you don't got to pay them back. The way it works is it's going to be the first link down below underneath the Discord link. It's going to take you to this page right here. And they offer funds or bankrolls anywhere from $1,000 all the way up to $100,000. And all you got to do to get it is pay a small fee. And the way it works is, say you want this $50,000 account right here. All you got to do is pass phase 1 and phase 2, and then you actually get funded, and you can use this $50,000 to bet with like it's actually your money. But if you lose it, you don't got to pay it back. So the way it works, phase 1, you got to run the account up 20% without it going down 15%. Once you've done that, you move on to phase 2. You repeat the same process once again. And then once you've done that twice, they see that you're actually profitable. You know what you're doing. And then they actually go ahead and fund you the money. The reason I'm telling everybody in my Discord to get it is I tell them, go in Discord or join the Discord first, then go get a bankroll, and then just tell my plays that I send out every single day. And that way, you can almost guarantee that you get yourself funded. It's one of the best opportunities in sports betting right now, the free Discord and Player Profit. And when you combine them together, literally you can make hundreds to thousands of dollars every single month. Just make sure when you go sign up, you use my code BBETS. You're going to get 10% off. So go get that. I promise you it's worth it. At least you have to give it a shot so you know what you're missing out on. So go get that, and now we can jump straight into the video. And the first pick that I have for you is over in the MLB, and we're going to be taking Elly De La Cruz to go over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's over this mark in 4 of his last 5, averaging over 3 per game. 8 of his last 10, still averaging over 3 per game. And then 13 of his last 20, still averaging quite a bit, almost 3 per game, and that's why I like it so much. I saw this first, I saw the averages and the hit rate, and I was like, it looks pretty solid. And then when I added on top of that he is going to be facing against the Brewers, and the Brewers are going to be pitching a guy that hasn't had a ton of success. He hasn't pitched a ton, but in his limited amount of time on the mound, he has not had a ton of success. A 6 ERA and a whip of 1.25. So our guy here should give Elly a ton of opportunities to hit the ball. And we all know if he's on base, he's really, really likely to score because of how fast he is with his ability to steal bases. He can move to second and third really quick, and then all he needs is somebody to knock him in, and that would cash us out here. So go lock this one in. I really do think it's a no-brainer. I love this pick. And now we can move on to my second pick of the video, which is going to be Brittney here to go under 9.5 rebounds plus assists. She's under in 3 of her last 5, 8 of her last 10, and then 15 of her last 20, only averaging 7.5 per game. So the hit rate and the average looks really good. And then on top of that, head-to-head against Indiana here, She's under in 1 of 2 games. And Indiana allows the 2nd least amount of assists and the 8th least amount of rebounds against guards. So they're right around the middle of the pack when you average these two things together. And with her hit rate and averages looking the way they do, I really just don't see any way she goes over this mark. She has gone over in their most recent matchup, but I think she's due for a little bit of regression. I think she comes down from that and does not go over this 9.5 mark. I think it's a little bit too high. I mean, you can see right here. She's only averaging 7.8 in her last 10. She's only averaging 9.4 in her last 5, so still under this mark. And then in her last 20, she's nowhere close to this, only averaging 7.5. So I'm locking this in all day long. Solid matchup, not the greatest matchup ever, but a solid matchup with a really good hit rate, and that's why I locked this in. Now, for my third pick of the video, we're bouncing back over to the MLB, and we're going to be taking that guy Byron Buxton to go over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's over in 4 straight games now, averaging over 3 per game. 7 of his last 10, averaging 2.8. And then 15 of his last 20, averaging over 3, which is absolutely ridiculous. And that already makes me think that this line's a little bit too low. And it makes me think that we have a bit of an edge. Now, on top of that, the A's are going to be pitching. Let's see right here. The Twins are going to be playing the A's. And the A's are going to be pitching Luis here, and he has not had a ton of success on the season. He hasn't been absolutely terrible or anything, but he hasn't been great either. He almost has a 4 ERA with a whip of over 1 and a record of 1-4. So obviously, he's given some guys some solid opportunities to get some hits, and that right there makes me like this pick a ton. I think Byron Buxton's going to go out there, get himself a hit or two, and then probably knock somebody in or score himself. And as long as that happens, this play obviously will cash out for us, and that's why I decided to take it. I really do think we have a solid look here. Also, Byron Buxton has faced him twice in his career. He has 2 plate appearances, and he has a hit in one of those plate appearances, so he's hitting .500 against him. Obviously, that's a small sample size, but it's good to see that he got a hit on him in 2 plate appearances, and I think that's what we're going to see similar in this upcoming game. So, go lock it in. That's my third pick. Now, for my fourth pick, we're going to be rocking here with Maddy to go under 4.5 rebounds. She's under this mark on the road in 9 of her last 10, only averaging 2.6 per game. But when you take away road games, it's still pretty solid. She's under in 3 of her last 5, 7 of her last 10, and then 15 of her last 20. But most importantly, the team she's facing allows the 4th least amount of assists, so it's an amazing matchup. And head-to-head against them, she's under in 2 of her last 3, only averaging 3.33 per game. So it's a great matchup based on how many rebounds Seattle allows per game. And head-to-head against them, when she's actually played them, it looks pretty solid too. So go like this one in. Solid hit rate, especially on the road, which is where she's going to be. And then on top of that, a really, really good matchup. I think this one cashes pretty easily. Maybe she has 3 or 4, but I don't see her getting 5 or 6. So go lock this one in. And now real quick, before I give you my last 2 picks of the day that I like the absolute most, I do want to remind you to, number 1, go join the Discord. It's going to be the first link down below in the description, in the pinned comment. It's completely free, no strings attached. And right after you do that, go get yourself a bankroll on Player Profit. Come into the Discord, tell my plays that I send out every single day for completely free. I've gotten 5 accounts funded now on Player Profit, so I know what I'm doing. Tell the plays, you'll get funded, and all you got to do is risk a little bit of this small fee right here to get the challenge, to have a chance of playing with 50, 100, 25,000, or even $10,000, whichever one you decide. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Just make sure you use code BBETS. You'll get 10% off. It really is one of the best opportunities in sports betting right now. So the Discord and Player Profit are both linked below. And now we can get into my 5th and 6th pick of the video, with my 5th pick being Manny Machado to go over his hits, runs, and RBIs as well. He's over in 4 of his last 5, 8 of his last 10, and then 14 of his last 20, averaging over 2 per game. So just like with these first 2 guys, his hit rate looks really, really solid. And then to top that off, the reason I like this pick so much is the Giants here are going to be pitching Logan Webb. And when you look at his raw stats or raw numbers or whatever you want to call it, he's been pretty solid on the year. a pretty low ERA at 2.82, a whip that's not too bad, a record of 5-5, and that's probably making you wonder why I like this pick. Now, when you see what I'm about to show you, you're going to see that this pick is almost, you never want to say guaranteed winner, but it's really, really likely considering Manny here has 38 plate appearances against Webb here. And obviously, that's a huge sample size. That's exactly what you want to see. And in those 38 plate appearances, he's hitting .371, having 13 hits with an OPB of .395, which is exactly what you want to see. 5 RBIs as well. So he has had a ton of success against Logan Webb in the past, and that's why I think he's going to go over this mark with ease. He sees the ball out of Logan's hand really, really well. And with his hit rate over the last 5, 10, and 20 on top of that, I don't see any reason why he can't go over this mark. So that's my last MLB pick of the video. And now for my last WNBA pick of the video, we're going to be taking Gabby Williams once again to go over 20.5 PRA. She's over in 3 of her last 5, 7 of her last 10, and then 13 of her last 20. So the hit rate is there. It's what we want to see. But most importantly, the matchup is absolutely fantastic. She's playing Dallas, who allows the 11th most points, 11th most rebounds, and the 13th most amount of assists. So bottom of the pack and literally everything. And then to top that off, head-to-head against them, she is over this mark in back-to-back games. In her last 2, she's over both times. And the most recent one, she easily went over with 27. So I do think she's going to go over once again. I don't see any reason why she wouldn't. And that's going to be my 6th pick of the video. So go lock them all in, MLB and WNBA. Make yourself, I hope we all can make ourselves some money. And until next time, let's all go print some money.